Yo, I see you're up late too. Okay. Okay, so as usual, before I begin, I will talk about what I have worked on since the last stream. So sometimes I put in more work in between streams. Sorry, which one? These? Yeah, these are written in GLSL, which is what is supported by GameMaker. So, right. So last stream, I managed to put in 3 different attack sequences. Right. So I have one attack sequence here, 1, 2, and 3, and I have like marked certain frames as being cancelable, as in I can, if I were to press an attack at a specific frame, I can cancel from the second attack into the third attack. And while doing that, I realized that if I require too precise an input from the player, occasionally it might come across as being a little bit unresponsive, right, in terms of controls. So say for instance, if I were to press an attack button, right, 1 frame too early, then the game will just ignore that input, right? So what I did then was to create a input buffer. So that means when you press an attack button, that input is actually stored inside a list, and then I will keep that input for a few frames before discarding it, unless that input is consumed by the player FSM. So that result in making it feel a little bit more responsive, and so that particular GIF on the top left is what I've made in the last stream. Following that, I was looking at the sword trail, and I'm not very happy with how sharp and how jagged the trail is, right? Because it's not hand drawn, right? So there are parts of it that feels a little bit inconsistent, a little bit uneven. So maybe I'm looking a little bit too much into it, but I decided to blur the edge. So it's probably not going to show up very well on stream. But so earlier in the afternoon, I was working on a simple shader to blur the edges of the sword trail. So I have like 2 examples here, right? This one is the original version, right? And this is the version that I worked on in the afternoon today. And yeah, so I'm still not entirely sure what to think about this, but I think I've kind of make it feel a little bit less. I mean, I feel like softening the edge is a good move. So that's one thing. What method? That's the thing, right? I don't like follow a specific method. I was just thinking, oh, okay, how should I go about it? And then I went and coded it. So let me just describe what I did. Let me see, yeah. So I am not sure if this is like an established method or not. But ultimately, right, any form of blurring is just an averaging of colors, right? So there are like multiple ways of blurring, like the established way, like I imagine one of the most common way would be Gaussian blur. But I don't need that kind of blur, right? Mine is very specific. So if my edges, how do I put it? So I imagine an edge can look like that, right? Then all I'm doing is I'm targeting pixels such as this, where it has, how do I put it? Where it has more than or equals to 2 neighbors. So essentially if this is the transparent pixel, that is where I will act on it, right? So if it is transparent, like 100% transparent, there is a chance that I may need to shade it because it is beside the edge of the sword trail. So if I have, like, if the trail is here and here, what I do is I will add the two colors together, right? And then I divide by the total alpha value of both pixel. So the reason why I have a total alpha is because I actually don't just look at 2 pixels. I look at all adjacent pixels. So I look at this. So in other words, if it is fully transparent, right, then it doesn't affect the total alpha. That's one thing. Yeah. And that is how I determine the color value. As for the alpha value of this new pixel, it is simply determined by 4 divided by total alpha, right? If it has only one adjacent pixel, right, then I simply ignore, I discard the pixel. And somehow that seemed to work, so I kept it. Yeah. So it's a very simple approach. But I may look into Gaussian blur in future to blur the shadow surface of the game, because like I feel like if the shadow itself is a bit softer, it will look better. Yeah, so that's one thing I'm considering. So for this stream, right, I'm thinking of working on the hitboxes. Gaussian blur for shadows is too much, I think. Well, I suppose. I mean, mine isn't. How do I put it? I mean, it can be any kinds of blurring algorithm, right? Ultimately, if it solves my problem, I will go with it. Okay, so these are names that I'm not particularly familiar with. I will look them up. Yeah? PCF. What exactly is PCF? Right, these are not names that I'm familiar with. Percentage closer filtering. Huh, okay. You know what? Let me look it up on the site. Oh, it is. I see. You see, that's the thing, right? I just do my own thing. I didn't check if it is part of a standard or not. So hang on, PCF. I typed PCF and it gave me PAP. Why is that? Hang on. PCF algorithm. There we go. It doesn't want to point me to the right place. Hang on. Blurring algorithm. There we go. Which one is it? This one? Percentage, hang on. There we go. Percentage filter. Percentage closer filtering. It's used to determine the proportion of z value in the region of the depth map that are closer to. It doesn't seem like what I can use though. Mine is completely flat, you know. Mine is hang on, let me see. Mine is kind of like post-processing applied on only a single surface. What is this? Z buffer algorithm operate in 2 passes. Mine is a single pass. In the first pass of view, from the this is shadow map, is it? Two aliasing from one in creating the depth map and the other in the sampling them. Blah 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 blah. Oh, well, I mean, the thing about the kernel here, right? Is this the kernel? Hang on. Is this the kernel? I'm not entirely sure. But the thing is that a lot of this blurring algorithm, right? They share like similar techniques. So that they have this sliding window, right? Or some people call it a kernel, where you just slide across an image and then you apply the average. So yeah, I mean, even Gaussian blur is something like that, right? It doesn't use a kernel. It doesn't? Oh. You know what? I'll look it up later. I will want to know what I'm talking about before I talk about it. So I'll look it up. That's cool. Thanks for sharing. Okay, anyways, let me close this. It's a very naively implemented edge blur. So I'll close that. What did I say I want to work on again? Yes, today I want to work on hitboxes. So, let's see. So I'm kind of done with this. I'm not even sure if I want to keep this. So I'll think about that. Next up would be hitboxes. That would bring me closer towards having the ability to interact with surrounding objects. Then there would be this one would be pretty low priority, right? So probably need something to hit, something to destroy. There's a few things in my to-do, but hitboxes first, I imagine. Hitboxes. So I think sequences came at the right time, right? Because without this interface here, all of this animation, all of the placement of the hitboxes will have to be done externally, and that would not be ideal, I feel. So I believe what I should do, right, is to create a hitbox object. Hitbox. Hitbox. I would need some kind of I would need well, I suppose I can create a sprite first, right? Call it a hitbox. So what have you been working on? 1 more week to lesson. It's too fast. Hitbox. Quite unproductive. Well, you know, taking a break is important too, right? There's no need to push yourself to the brim every single time. But so long as you just make sure that you have like a little bit of progress each week, then you'll be fine. Awesome. Awesome. Writing a lot of writing a lot of templates. I see. Templates for stuff learned. Oh, I thought you were talking about generic. I thought you were talking about generics for a moment. So, template for stuff learned. What kind of templates? Hang on, what am I trying to do? Oh, right. Concepts learned in school. Nice. Have you all learned about finite state machine yet? Ah, right. The most basic one would just be if statements, right? Hmm. Have you used Unity? Right. There is if you work with the Unity animator, right? There is a visual way of looking at a state machine, right? So with a state machine, there is, I mean, a state obviously. Then there are inner states, and then there are edges which links from one state to the next. So the edges are kind of like predicates, a function that returns true if you are supposed to transit to another state. So yeah, these are fun stuff. Yeah, these are fun stuff because like fundamentally, finite state machine is like really simple conceptually, but it's so important, right? Usually, when I work on a small project, uh, I didn't bother creating like a nice structure for the code because I know that the state machine is going to be like super small, right? Only like 2, 3, or 4 states. When it's such a small project, sometimes I just use a switch statement, but internally there are if statements for the inner states. So sometimes that can work. Yeah, provided the scope of the project is small enough. Okay, hitboxes. I have my hitboxes. I will assign the hitbox here. There you go. Have you looked into geometry shaders though? Like that is one thing that I have never done. How was it? Was it relatively easy to learn, or was it like quite difficult? All that was done by last MU. Nice. Do you still remember? How was it? It was okay, eh? So geometry shader can be used for instancing, right? No trouble. That's nice. Oh, what did you read about it? Right. I imagine that was what it can be used for. I mean, if you don't use geometry shaders for instancing, what else can it be used for? Tessellation, or I'm not super familiar, so if you can enlighten me, that would be great. Because my assumption is that that would be what you would use it for. Explosion effect and drawing of normals. What does it mean internally? Are you creating new primitives? So, translating triangles of a model in the triangles of a model. Translating triangles of a model. So you're creating primitives, right? You're not modifying an existing model, right? Because modifying the vertices of an existing model would be the vertex shader, right? I'm still like trying to, because I'm not super familiar with how like geometry shaders fits in between vertex shader and the fragment shader. So modifying would be, wait, if you can modify geometry with the geometry shaders, then what is the vertex shader for? Because my assumption is that you can use it to create or tessellate new surfaces, right? To determine the vertex, but isn't that vertex shader? Oh, I feel like I'm really behind. Maybe I should look it up. I thought vertex shader is supposed to do that. I mean, I know vertex shader can do that, but what's so different about this geometry shader? Like what's so different about it? What can you do in geometry shader that you cannot do in vertex shader? Geometry takes primitives as input and outputs primitive. Okay. I think I have to look up. I will look that up. Not entirely sure what you mean by take primitive as input. Right. Okay, so from the vertex shader that goes to the geometry shader. Okay. I see. Oh, okay, I get it. Oh, cool. That's interesting. So suppose you draw a triangle strip, right? So a triangle strip, maybe you draw a quad. A single quad has two triangles. Does it mean that when you go to the geometry shader, you can actually split the two triangles, and thereby generating new vertices in runtime? Is that what you can do? Because then that would make sense, right? That would be what the geometry shader is capable of, right? It's creating a vertices in runtime. Okay, yes, now I get it. That's very cool, thanks. Now I get it. You try to create an island out of it. That's still, I mean, that's fine, right? The most important thing is you tried it. When should the hitbox appear? This one, 1, 2, 1, 2. Frame 2 onwards. Yo, hey Lucius. Stabbing, not so fast lah, stabbing. I'm trying to define hitboxes. Are you familiar with the concept of hitboxes? I'm sure we are all familiar with it, right? Here, I mean, we play fighting games and whatnot. So I need to define hitboxes. And then somehow translate, like trying somehow put this hitboxes in game, because this is sequences, right? My sequence is separate from the main game, so I have to define the placement and then in runtime create these hitboxes. Really? When is it coming out? November 10. Oh, that's very soon. I feel like I need to like that. There we go. Enemy boy. I don't know if I can do it this week. I will try. I'll probably just make some kind of an empty crate or something that you can break. Devlog. Yeah. I told you, right? I will try to get my first devlog by the end of the month. Hopefully I can do that. I actually tried starting one earlier in the month. But then I realized that you have to script everything, right? You have to write it down and you have to record everything. It's actually quite a lot of work, I feel. Seems like a lot of work. Maybe you should have your own devlog also, right? For your shooting game or for your RPG. Still following tutorial for RPG. That's fine. That's fine. A lot of devlogs seems to be created by people who are, learning as they go. I'm learning as I go. I've never actually made a melee-based game before. Oh yeah, I've made a voxel game. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. That was a fun project, but in the voxel project that I was making, right, I was the graphic coder. Like, I wasn't the designer, I was the graphics and tools programmer. So I made the voxel graphics engine, and then I made the modeler and the animator for the artist to model and animate the character. That was a fun project. But I didn't do the design of the combat system. That wasn't me. Have I shown you that project before? I must have mentioned it to you, otherwise you wouldn't know about that, right? Oh, I showed the class. Oh, I see. I don't even remember I did that. That was a fun project. That was, like, technically that was something that I'm quite happy with. Yeah, but for the first semester, like, working on that project, I wasn't very happy with the gameplay. Because it feels like, how do I put it? It feels like at that point in time we were kind of focused on the tech, and then the game suffered, right? Yeah, but eventually we managed to put it together, so that's nice. In the second semester. School times. Man, I don't even know if... What just happened? Oh, crap. Is this big enough? You know what? I really shouldn't be creating this like all the way at the top. Let me drag it below. There we go. Now I can see properly. This one also. It's not a good idea to put it in front. I can't see anything. There we go. I don't know if I need hurt boxes, to be honest. Do I need a hurt box? Also, is this hitbox too big? I feel like this hitbox is too big. Oh man. That's the thing, right? I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. Also, I need this all the way here, right? No. Crap. Okay, there we go. Let me try. How fast is this? Yeah, I think this big hitbox is fine. Hang on, let me think. To make the impact feel good. Wait, where's my to-do? Where's my to-do? Where's my to-do? Are you spawning a box when you attack and delete? And you attack and delete? What do you mean? Oh. Yeah. I'm either creating it in runtime and deleting it, or I create a pool of hitboxes and then grab it from the pool and resize it as and when. Are you familiar with the pooling? I'm not sure if I mentioned to you, since your course is focused on design rather than technical stuff. No pool. Right. Object pool is basically you create a whole bunch of objects at the start, like during load time, so that you don't have to create objects and deleting them in runtime, because creating objects like that, right, and then deleting them and doing it over and over again can affect performance. I did a melee thing once for the... What is a weed guy? What is a weed guy? What's a weed guy? Oh, dude! You know he's working in a games company now. He got married and he got a full-time game development job now. Nice. Yeah, he got married. Oh, you didn't know. I guess he never mentioned about his private life then. What? Me? I don't focus on this stuff. Maybe not yet. I'm not ready. I'm married to my work. But yeah, seriously, I don't. I'm not the sociable type lah, so I don't go around looking for this. And I don't have an urge for it also. Maybe not yet. Maybe one day, right? Suddenly I'll have an urge, but now I don't. Yeah. Anyways, hitbox. During combat, what are some of the important things that we need to implement? Hit pause, right? Pause, like pausing either the whole game or pausing the animation of the player and the enemy for a split second. This one might be troublesome because it interferes with the sequences. Camera shake. It's okay, I already have camera shaking code. camera shake. What else? Hitbox, camera shake. Right, I have effects, right? Effects. So effects can either be a sprite sheet or generated. I have the generated one, but I might want to look into using a sprite sheet also. Yeah, camera shake. I mean, there are multiple ways of doing it. Let me see. My camera shake code isn't actually my own implementation. I took it from this engine called Hexflixer. Do I have it here? Yeah, I have it here. This is the code. It's just like that. It's not my implementation. I took it from somewhere. But it works fine, right? But this shaking is a random shaking. It's not the type of shaking you want for like maybe a gun recoil, because no, if you fire a gun, right, and the recoil has to be in a specific direction, then you have to implement a different one for that. This one is the generic shaking, which is fine. It works fine. This code I've been using this code for a few years already. Right, spanning across different engines, right, since Space Jack. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Hitbox, how should I do this? One big box. I don't think I need to care about this, yeah? This area. Then I feel like I need to drag. Oh crap. All the way here. I feel like I need to extend this a bit more. Yeah. I should make it bigger rather than smaller. Right, I'm not making it smaller. I want to like drag it like further like that. Oh, you mean bigger than this thing? Ah. But there's a reason why I make it smaller first. Because here's my concern. If we play a beat 'em up, right? No. But you get what I mean. Like you play, say, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or like Final Fight, fighting beat 'em up games like that. If you are here, right? If you are here and your enemy is here, you expect these to hit, right? But if you are here and the enemy is here, you're both standing on the floor, by the way, right? You're both standing on the ground. Then this probably shouldn't hit, right? So that's why I don't want to make the hitbox too big. So I was afraid that you might end up hitting an enemy that is actually like standing on a different plane. So that's my concern, but I will probably have to adjust it. Yeah, makes sense, right? Yeah, because I kind of have to account for the z-axis, or rather, yeah, the z-axis rather than even though the entire game is only in two dimensions. Yeah, so I'm afraid that doing this might cause issue. Yeah, but I will probably have to adjust it and see how it goes. Oh yeah, that's true. True. So white, yeah. But I don't think I have to worry because I don't plan to have enemies that can jump over you. Right? I don't plan to have enemies that can jump over you. Right? They will stick on the 2D plane. That's the plan, but I imagine I'll have to keep changing things until it works. Considering this is the first time I make a game like this, there's probably a ton of stuff that I've overlooked. Like this is problematic, right? I should not have it it shouldn't be that big at the start. So maybe something like this first. Let me think. Damn. Yeah, that's the problem. I honestly don't know how I should go about doing this. Can you not change the box during the actual animation? What do you mean? Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I totally can. I totally can. You are right. Hang on, eh? Like that. Then I'll change this to be like that. That's what you mean, right? Hang on. Yeah. In fact, I think I can have multiple hitboxes as well, right? In a single frame. But is that troublesome? Maybe that's a bit too troublesome. We'll see. Slash. Okay, I think I can end it here. Like that. And then I have a marker here if you notice. Next move. Next move, right, means you can cancel into the next attack. Yeah, and then this one is can transit out, means that if you don't press an attack, right, it will keep staying in this frame, but if you were to hold like a left or right, you will actually go back into a walking state. Yeah, so there are quite a few things to handle. There are also stuff like input buffering. I didn't consider at first that I'll need something like that, but it turns out that I do. I do actually need to buffer my input so that the game feels a bit more responsive. Hang on, so I can do stuff like, I attack slow 1, 2, right? But I can also hit the button fast 1, 2. Oops, I think it's lagging. Hang on, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, there we go. Wait, why does it lag? Hang on, let me switch to a different target and see if anything changed. You see, every time I stream, right, the frame rate messes with the game. But the idea is if you press the button fast, then you actually attack faster. You're not locked to a sequence where like every hit is the same timing. Ooh, this one is a lot slower. So I switched to YYC, right? This means I'm building the game for Windows natively, whereas the previous one is kind of like you're running the game on top of some VM by GameMaker. I think. I'm not entirely sure how it works underneath. Oh, it's taking a long time. In the meantime, I'll look at this. This is wrong, eh? Okay. I am not looking forward to writing the code for this, man. How should I do this? Of course I love coding, but there are always some stuff that is a bit tedious, right? I'll tell you what is the thing I dislike the most when it comes to coding. There's a specific thing that I don't like to code, and that is file passing. Yeah, I hate passing a file. I hate like having to read and load files and write to files. No stuff like writing your save data to a file and then loading your save data. Yeah, like for save game, yeah, stuff like that. It's not just that also. It can also be for localization, right? Localization, like in Serious Scramblers, I have like 10 different 10 or 11 files, each one in a different language. So every time you switch to a different language, right, you have to read a different file and update all the text in the game. So you have to have stuff like that also. Yeah, so that particular thing I don't really. Oh, this is so much smoother. Despite the fact that I'm streaming. Cool. So what I mean is, if I press attack twice in rapid succession, like tap, it will attack very fast, right? But I can also do it slow. Tap, oops, tap, right? Slow, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I can do it fast, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, so I really want this responsiveness, right? Like the attack behavior, the attacking speed is actually as much as possible, right? 100% tight, or appears to be 100% tight to your button presses. So that's what I want. But of course, if you like spam too fast, right? Some of your input will be ignored, right? Because it's like too far away from the window of transiting from one attack to another. Does my input handling work like an event system? No, I'm using. Does my input handling? No. So basically, all I did is I check if a button is pressed, right, using the game maker's function. So basically, I check if the attack button is pressed, and once it is true, right, once it returns true, I just tossed that particular button into a list. And hang on, let me see. It's I don't have I'm not implementing the message passing system just yet. I'll probably use it for like other stuff lah. Hang on, where's my, what was I thinking about again? Queue, right? Input queue, yes. Input buffer. Control T, input buffer. I don't remember where I put it. There you go. Oh, it's actually very, very, very simple. It's just a list, right? That tracks the input, and then there is another list that tracks how much time, how many frames has passed for each input, and then if enough time has passed, right, I will actually just erase that particular input from the list. Otherwise, I can consume the input. So I'm going to actually still work on this function, because when I consume the input, right, I don't actually erase the inputs like in front of the consumed key. By right, I should, but I didn't do that. Yeah, so I can actually further extend this, right? So instead of just recognizing the attack button, I can actually make it such that I can recognize a sequence of buttons, right, and execute a special move if I want to. Yeah, so it's a very simple implementation. There we go. Back to what was I doing again? Oh yeah, back to this. You did not get that? Hang on. So what I'm saying is I have a list. No. The buffering is just there, right? The buffering is just there to hold a key, right? For a specific time until it's needed, and if it can expire, each key can expire. So I press a button, right? Then that button gets stored inside this buffer, right? And with it, each time I store it, right, I will store the elapsed time with it, so it's 0 now. Then I can press another button, right? It'll be something like that. And so say for instance, I am mid attack, right? I'm mid attack, so I'm in the middle of an attack. And say for instance, you can only transit from attack 1 to attack 2, right, at a specific frame. Like maybe so like this is maybe frame 0, frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, right? So the window for the input, right, for transition into a different attack is in frame 3. But let's say you press the button at frame 0. A naive approach, a naive implementation would mean that you would just ignore the input, right? You will wait until the player is in frame 3 before you recognize the button. So meaning if the player press 0, right, press the button at frame 0, nothing happens. And when it comes to frame 3, right, nothing happens still unless the player press it again. But with a buffer, we can keep it, right? So we press at frame 0, okay. Then 1 frame later, it will be plus 1, right? Second frame, it will plus another 1, plus and 1, plus 1. So you can set it such that it will expire once the number hits 4, but apparently we can consume the input, right? The moment we hit frame 3, and that's it. That's all there is. Am I making sense? It's kind of just storing it until you need it, but it can expire. That's all. And the whole point is for responsiveness. Yeah. So it's more a design thing than a technical thing. If you can trigger, no, you cannot trigger something mid attack. The whole point is you can only go from, you see this next move? Next move means that at this frame 9 onwards, right, you can transit into a different attack, and you can only transit to another attack if you press the attack button, right? Now I want to solve the problem of if the player press the button at frame 8, right? Is it a good idea to ignore that input? It may not be a good idea, right? So that's why I buffer the input. I buffer the input, keep it, right, until we reach frame 9. Then I do the transition. Right? Makes sense, right? If you're too precise, right? If your game becomes like too precise with the player's input, it may sometimes come across as unresponsive. Yeah. It also depends on what kind of game, but in the kind of game that I want to make, right, you have to kind of press the attack button a lot, so I want the attack button to feel super responsive. So yes, the animation does not need to play until a definite end because I have explicitly stated that from this frame onwards, you can move on to the next attack. So that is also there, right? It's also there because you cannot expect the player, right, to be able to hit the button, right, specifically at that one frame. That would be terrible design, right? So I have a window. So my window is from 9 all the way to 19. So that is 10 frames, right? But I make it even more lenient. So if you press it earlier than frame 9, right? Because that happens, right? If you play rhythm games, sometimes you press like slightly earlier, right? But that's fine. I will still allow that input. Yeah, that's all there is. It's just trying to solve that design problem. Yeah. So far it seems okay, but I will probably have to tweak it. So if you buffer for too long, then yeah, then things it will not feel good as well. So I'm buffering for like 4 frames. That seems to work okay so far. Yeah, okay. So where was I? SWAT 03, right? Yes, yes. I think in if I use skeletal animation, I can even do like the blending of animations, right? So like if you are in this animation, then you need to jump to a different animation. You can actually blend. There's a proper transition that you can blend the skeletal animation, which I think is a feature in Unity. I think I'm not entirely sure. Oh, okay, there we go. Time for this third one. Hang on, eh? I feel like for this I need a hitbox at the back. Yeah. Hitbox at the back sounds cool. The hitbox at the back. Nothing appears. I guess I don't have to be too precise with the hitbox. Why are we talking about input buffer? Why are we talking about input buffer? Oh, earlier I was just talking about the transitioning between different attacks, and that input buffer is especially important in making it feel responsive. Oh wait, skeleton animation? Oh, why was I talking about skeleton animation? Oh, it's just that when I'm animating this, right? It kind of reminds me of Spriter or Spline, right? There are people who implement their animation in their game using splines, right? Yeah, so if I have that, no, I cannot use that because of the art style that I have, but for a game that implements animation via splines, it's possible to do a nice transition between two animations. It's just some random thoughts, yeah. Because we were talking about transitioning between like two different sequences, right? So, yeah, it would be nice to see like how a transition would look like. You all have been doing OBJ loading, right? Have you worked with like a format that supports animation? Ho ho ho. Is that a yes? That'd be cool. Nice. Tell me, what format do you use? Is it Collada? Is it or is it something else? DAE ah? Why does it sound so familiar? Wait, what tool do you need to make a DAE file? What, Blender? Blender works? DAE, why does it sound so familiar? Is DAE Collada? Wait, I thought Collada is Collada. Wait, hang on. I don't remember all of these anymore. DAE file format. DAE file format. Oh, Maya. Collada. It is Collada. Oh, I don't even remember the file extension is DAE. That's cool. That's cool. Looks like you've been having fun. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we used Collada too back in DigiPen. But I've forgotten every single thing about the format. That's still fine, that's still nice. Wait, Lucius, what do you mean by I understand what you mean about RPG? What do you mean? Maybe I extend it a bit. Yeah, I told you, right? I told you, right? Why don't you just make something small first? It's usually RPG is not a good idea if you want to make a small game. I'm not sure if I mentioned this. Like back in DigiPen, right? We are forbidden from making RPG. Yeah, for a good reason. Drawing tiles for like 10 areas. I know, right? RPG, especially for a solo developer, is crazy. It's a huge undertaking. Small RPG. I don't know, man. Is there such a thing as small RPG? Okay, I have my hitboxes. Whee! Let me see if it appears in the sequence. Right, back to checking out this dumb little hack that I have. Okay. Oh wait, oh, it's at YYC, so it's going to take a long time. Welps. Is the RPG you mentioned only features shapes, right? So Thomas was a lone RPG. That's cool. Where's my okay. You know, I've been thinking about testing out the testing out different weapons, right? I probably should test if my weapon system is modular enough, right? To switch to a different weapon. You can choose your class and you can be circle, square, or triangle. Yeah. RPG is quite difficult to design, man. You still have to think about balancing. right? Still think about balancing. Like how much damage should one attack deal, and what does it mean for the rest of the game? And then if you have leveling up, then you have to think about how to balance the leveling up, right? Like you don't want to level up too fast throughout the course of the game. I wonder if there's a smart way of going about balancing. Balancing is fun. You should talk to some of the more design inclined designers from school. Right? I think there are some of them that would love to answer questions like this. Because as a designer, I do very, how do I put it? I design by instinct, right? Which is not like the best thing to do. So yeah, you should talk to some of the more experienced designers. Yeah, from your school, yes. Is it working properly? So that's the hitboxes. Right, now I just have to create them here. Yeah, I feel like it needs to be a bit further. It feels like it needs to be a bit further. Oops. Then I will ignore this part here. Okay. Like who? Maybe Chi-Yong, I think. I've heard that he's very experienced. Yeah, definitely should like check out like how they would balance the game. Oh, this is not far enough. This is not good. Hang on. Far enough, like that. No, but analog games are not easy to design, right? Tabletop games have a whole bunch of stuff to balance as well. So definitely they will have important things to share. My hitbox doesn't match my swing. Oh no. Oh yeah, the top is fine, it's fine. There is nothing flying overhead, so it's fine. Remember the problem we talked about? Where you might hit someone from a different plane. I don't know. You know, for this stream, I feel like very uncertain about everything. Like I'm not sure if I'm doing things correctly. Swing. Top part, the trail part. If the trail goes above there, it's like a hitbox at the trail. Right, but I will not have to worry about I don't have to worry about anything overhead, right? So, oh, right. Bye, Guan Yu. Thanks for hanging, man. See ya. Right, but the trail. I mean, I don't have to worry about any enemy above me, so it should be safe, I think. It should be lah. I can't say for sure, so I'll try this for first. It's okay, it's okay. I'm not going to make like a whole bunch of weapons, right? And then have to like retweak all of the hitboxes. I'm just going to make one first, and then I'm going to test the combat with it. So I have like ample time to tweak it. Above me means that so the only way another enemy can be above me, right, is if they are standing behind me, like that. But there will never be a case where I have an enemy, right, trying to like jump over me, right? This will never happen. So even if I don't have any hitbox at the top, right, it should be safe. Can't they move above me? Yeah. So if they move close enough, right, then you know this box will hit, this box and this box will hit. Yeah. Otherwise it just means that they are too far behind me for me to hit, I think. Yeah. How about like let's talk about let's imagine this scenario, right? If I have a giant, right? Right, and you know you are this character. Oops. How would the hitbox for this character be defined, right? If you are making a beat 'em up, meaning like everyone is, you know, on this two-dimensional plane, right? And then you don't jump, right? You don't jump. Suppose there's no jumping. So if there's no jumping, then the hitbox just needs to be about this size, right? I imagine. Right, because if let's say you walk all the way here, right, and then you punch, you should not be able to hit the giant, right? My swing is strictly 2D, yeah. For now, unless I need to implement, unless I need to make it 3D, I will try not to like make it complicated. Yeah, I will not implement that. So basically, my method is to keep it simple, first, until it needs to be implemented. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I want to give the character the ability to jump. It seems like it would introduce a lot of trouble. Because I've implemented the 3D lighting, right? That already is not non-trivial. It's already a bit troublesome. So if I have to make if I have to do all of the calculation in 3D, right? That's just maybe it's more trouble than it's worth. Maybe. No, not some isometric hitbox. It's completely flat. Yeah, that's the plan. I want to give him a dodge roll. Sorry, either a dodge roll or a dash. The problem with a dodge roll is that I cannot animate the equipment. So I'm not sure if you've seen this. Hang on, look at this. So ideally, I want to be able to give the player character some equipment, or that you can wear something on your head, you can put something on your face, you can wear a scarf, that sort of thing. That means I cannot do dodge roll, right? Like because the animation is a bit too complex. Yeah, because how do I animate this, right? If I'm doing a dodge roll, maybe the other option would be to do a dashing move, because if I do a dashing move, right, there's no need to distort the belly, and there's no need to change the angle of the face. So so probably I'll do dashing. Yeah, maybe I'll see. Oh, disappear and reappear. Maybe, but I'm not confident enough in my ability to animate that. Or rather, animate that in a nice fashion. Yeah, I'll think about it. Maybe I can. Maybe I can with some trickery. With some trickery. Parry. I do not know what the second word means. What's a repulse? Parry, maybe. I'll think about it. Dungeon crawler, Dark Souls. Yeah, originally I was thinking of implementing a stamina meter, but I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that. I'll think about that. Parrying is possible. It's possible that I would implement parrying. Oh, I should not be using this. Hang on. It's too slow. Too slow. Stop. Oh, maybe I will implement that. See first. But I feel like I want it to be a little bit more inspired by old beat 'em up games, kind of like River City Ransom. Yeah, I want to try doing something like River City Ransom in a sense. Yeah, but to be honest, right, I haven't think about how I should extend the combat system. Legend of Zelda is not a beat 'em up. So I've been thinking, right? So you can attack an enemy, then perhaps you can dash behind him, and then after dashing, right, there may be a certain window of opportunity, such that when you press a button, right, it will trigger another move. So I want a few different moves. And another thing is, if you knock down an enemy on the floor, right, I want an ability to continue stabbing the enemy. Right, not like this, but a different animation altogether. Like you just keep stabbing at the ground, right? Stabbing at the enemy on the ground. So I want to do something like that. Give him a what? I don't understand what that is. What's that? Idol? What's that? What's that word mean? But in any case, it's still super basic now. I can only do like 3 slashes. Oh, I can show you something actually. I made this a bit data driven. So hang on, I don't think you have seen this before. So the sequences, right, is defined like this. It's an array of sequence, right? And each sequence is here, as you can see, sequence SWOT 01, 02, 03. I can actually turn it into like this is 3 move, right? 1, 2, 3. I can turn it into 5. So I can do it like this. So it will do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And if I run the game again, hang on. Oh, like you know those samurai oh, I might do that with a different weapon, right? A samurai sword or something. Yeah. I might. So now it will do a 5-hit move, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So the idea is I want the attack chain, right, to be modular. So for instance, right, this is a long sword, right? So if I make a smaller sword, a short sword maybe, then I can have this sequence instead. I can have a longer sequence. Yeah. Noodle weapon. I don't even know how that would work, but yeah, it sounds like having some joke weapon would be fun, to be honest. Having some joke weapon would be fun. Oops, let me delete this. Hang on. Having some joke weapon would be fun. This is Legend of Zelda 1 attack. Oh, just poking forward, is it? Why would you call Zelda the original beat 'em up? It's an adventure game, action adventure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Should I just create hitboxes in runtime? I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. Maybe I should make a hitbox manager. Let me write a game manager first. Trigger me, I see. Oh, I got triggered when one of my friend, game manager. When one of my friends thought that Breath of the Wild was on PlayStation 4. I'm like, what? How can Zelda Breath of the Wild be on PlayStation 4? It's like one of the few things that can really annoy a gamer, right? That's not correct. Okay, game manager. Should game manager be persistent? I don't know. Persistent, I'll make it persistent. Wow, how dare you. And the truth is, if I can afford it, I would want all. I would want all the systems, even Xbox. Yeah, but ultimately, like, my favorite franchises are all on Nintendo. Game manager. Maybe I don't write the game manager first. No. Let's not write the game manager first. How should I do this? Hitbox pool. I don't even have time to play. Oh yeah, that is so true, right? Breath of the Wild is awesome, man. Breath of the Wild is so influential. Oh, I'm a bit stuck. How should I do this? Game Logic Manager. Game Manager. Game Manager. Game Manager it is. Game Manager. Game Manager will handle stuff like creating all of the hitboxes. Game Manager hitboxes. Game Manager create pool of hitboxes. Nah, why Game Manager? Hitbox Manager it is. A fan weapon and give charm my costume. What's that? What's the charm my costume? Oh, Maya, Mai from Fatal Fury, is it? Give the character my costume. Fatal Fury. If I include that, I will have to raise the ratings to mature. Nah. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll make a fan. Hang on, it's time to create a pool. Oh wait, I have an object pool. What the hell? I should use that, right? Wait, where's my object pool? Gone. Oh, I don't have it. I thought I have it. Script. Yeah, I have a pool. Make pool. Clear pool and make pool. Terry. Do you like Terry so much? Are you okay? Are you okay? That's what he says, right? Are you okay? Terry is the OG. I've actually played the original Fatal Fury. Oh wait, maybe not original, the port to Sega Genesis. I played on my uncle's machine. Fatal Fury, it's quite interesting. A bit of a decision paralysis. I don't know how I should write this. Make pool. I don't know Iori. I'm not familiar with the character. It's Iori. Let me check. Yeah, I'm not super familiar with King of Fighter, to be honest. And I only know like a few characters. Oh, okay, I know him, I know him. I just don't know his Iori. What about the fire guy? Oops. What's his name? Kyo, I see. I see. Fatal Fury was so big in the 90s, man. Not Fatal Fury, sorry, King of Fighter. So big in the 90s. Make pool. Let me think. Oh, goodness. You need attack sequence. Yeah, maybe I don't need to do something like this. Let me delete this. Where's my hitbox object? I'm not making progress. I'm just like going back and forth on whether I should do this or not. Buster Sword. Sure. Actually, why not, right? Adding a big sword would be nice. Maybe I can add a gunblade. Gunblade could be nice. You need hitbox pool. Keyblade. I should just add a yeah, but I need to do up the hitbox system first. Let me think. Also, a hitbox, right? A hitbox. It's non-trivial because there are information that is tied to every single hitboxes, right? So is my game gonna have damage number? I'm still thinking about it. I feel like I should have damage number. I feel like, considering that I can switch between different weapons, right? It would be nice to know how much damage each weapon deals. So, yeah, I'm considering that. Do you have a suggestion? Big number, big brain. Yeah, exactly. Hitbox should have owner. Yeah, a hitbox should have an owner, right? So something like this. Hitbox should have an owner. Oh wait, hang on. I need to set the owner instead. Set owner equals to function. Damage number adds to the juice. Yeah, you're right. But I don't want to do it like in MMORPG. Like certain MMORPGs, right? The numbers is so messy. I want to like find the right balance. But that's just my opinion lah. Oh yeah, hey, have fun at work tomorrow, man. See ya. Set owner. So a hitbox needs an owner. Yeah, a hitbox needs an owner. Let me think. I think I need a tag. I need a tag here. For collision purpose. Set owner. Set owner. Let me think. Oh yeah, I don't need to do this, right? I can just do it here. Room manager. Let me just make a few pointers before I forget what I need to do. There are certain things that I did not clean up. So clear attack sequences upon exiting game. Clear hitbox pool upon exiting game. No, actually, I will just recreate the pool every time. That's fine. Boxes. How many in total? 20? 20 is fine. Startup script, nothing. Game manager. hitbox pool. What do I need to do now? Let me look up sequences. Sequences. I'm just thinking of like wondering what's the best way to grab the hitbox information from the sequence. I mean, I can always create my own hitbox instance and then override it in the sequence. But that is not a very scalable solution, I feel. That's not a very scalable solution. And what if I have two hitboxes in one frame? Then that might be a problem, right? I feel. struct. Which one is the struct? This one. Sequence exist, sequence get. No, that's not what I want. Sequence instance struct. This one. Okay, is there a way for me to grab an object instance inside the sequence? Who's the ID of the sequence element? This ID is blah 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 blah. No. Scale of the asset in sequence along the y-axis. The scale of the asset. What asset? All assets. I'm not entirely sure how to work with this. What does it mean by all assets? The following list contains properties that may be available to you when accessing a track struct, as returned by the active track properties of the parent sequence struct. Each asset track struct may have some or all of the following properties, depending on the type of asset the track is referencing. Note that you can get or set on blah blah blah. Note that I can get and set. Active track. How do I know what type the asset is? Let me look it up. Let me look it up. This attack sequence. Attack sequence is a sequence instance, right? Damn, I'm still not entirely sure how to work with this. There we go. Layer sequence play. I want to get instance, so I want to get instance. Layer sequence get instance. Pass this sequence in there. call it attack sequence instance, right? I'm not entirely sure if this is correct. Seems to be. Seems to be. Oh, I can't count on this. IntelliSense. I can't count on this. Attack sequence instance. Active tracks. How does it work? I don't get it. How does it work? Array of evaluation struct. Okay, let me try to do this then. Array size, no, array length. I'll throw this in, right? Num tracks. Just want to learn what this is. Show debug messages. Number of tracks. Okay. Three tracks, is that correct? Three tracks. Three tracks would be correct. I have weapon, attack dummy, and hitbox. How do I get a specific track? That is the question. How do I get a specific track? How do I get a specific track? Well, it's probably indexed according to its order, right? Its layer order, but Wow, what is this? Name, let me see. Name. Is that it? Can I do this? I need to save this before I forget. Nope, never mind. Never mind. Active tracks, active tracks. What's the difference? Slightly confused. Oh, these are parameter tracks, I see. Parameter tracks. But asset tracks can have name too, right? This is a track, right? Subtrack, subtract. Track, track. Gosh. Gosh. How do I get the name? What will this return? An ID, I imagine. Tracks. Allows access to a list of tracks. Holy crap, there's a lot of things. Holy crap, what is this? Wait, let me just copy this. There's a lot of things. What am I looking at here? Where's the name? Name rotation, name scale, angle, position. No layer name at all. Name or weapon, yes. This is what I'm looking for. Why is it returned like this? How do I read this, man? Oh. Okay. I don't understand this. Tracks. Nope, I don't need the tracks. When does this end? Wait, where's the ending bracket? What the hell? Where's the closing bracket? I don't see it. How do I read this? Oh my god. How do I read this? Here. Okay. There we go. I need this thing. Give it to me. Okay. Can I make sense of this? Can't make sense of this thing. Oh wow, it's here. Tracks. Track. Let me try something. Dot track dot name. Can I do that? Completely winging it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write a script, a function that will create the hitbox. Create the hitbox or update the hitbox based on the information from the sequence itself. Yeah. So I need a few things. I need the active track index. Active track index. Active track index from sequence. From sequence struct. What else? From a sequence struct. Oh, it says it's O underscore weapon. Let me see. O underscore weapon. So this is 0 then. Let me check. Oh, 0 is the bottom one? Is that it? Is that how it works? In that case, then I'll just force it to be 0. Yes! Yes! 0. The bottom one is index 0. That is perfect. I'm gonna just copy this here for reference. Okay, active track index. Sequence struct. There we go. I need this sequence drop. Cache it. Let me charge my phone. Oops. update hitbox. Oh my goodness. Update hitbox. So, to update the hitbox, no wait, what else do I need? How should I do this? Event order. Got it. So, in theory, I should do the collision check here. Do hitbox collision check. Clear all hitboxes. I guess I can do it like that. So the assumption here is that all of the positioner updates will have been done in step event, and then in the end step is where I perform the collision detection of the hitboxes. Yeah, I think that seems logical. That seems logical. Weapons Origin. Hitbox, get from pool, and then I have to update. Okay, I don't know how to do the rest. What exactly does this mean? Oh, right. I need the hitbox information. Oh man, wonder if there's an easier way of getting all this information. Where's my hitbox? Hitbox, come on. There you go. Hitbox. That's the name. Huh? Oh, this is way too troublesome. I need an easier way of doing this. way too troublesome. Pause X, pause Y. Can I make use of this? Pause X and scale X. For the track, all assets. That doesn't seem right. For the track, all assets. For the track. Okay. Hitbox dot x equals to hang on. This is wrong. There we go. Pause X, pause Y, right? I'm going to try this and then I see if it works. Update the hitbox. The attack sequence right here. Active track, I'm going to put 0. Sequence origin X. Sequence origin X. Sequence origin X. I have it. It's here. That's it, right? I'll try this first. Forget about cleaning up. Let's just see if I can replicate the hitbox. Ah, I did not create the pool. Goodness. I did not create a pool. Which is why everything got screwed up. So what I'm going to do is this. Create game manager. There you go. Nothing happens. Oh wait, it's all here. Oh no, I'm spawning all of them here. What's going on? Crash. What was that? Oh man, all this trouble. Yeah, what happened to my hitbox? I deleted it. Crap. Crap. Okay, I know I'm placing them at the wrong place, so let me fix that. I don't think I need the sequence origin actually, so let me remove that. I don't need the sequence origin. Oh, but I need the owner. There we go. That's why it crashed. Owner.x plus owner.y. There we go. Clear. Why is it that? Why? Why? This is troubling. Boom. Explosion. What is this index? I would like to know what this object index is. Come on. What exactly is exploding? What if I do this? Oh, right, I cannot delete them. I'm supposed to return them to the pool. Oh god, goodness. Return to... Oh, wait, what? How do I return to pool? Oh, I just need to deactivate them, right? Yeah, I just need to deactivate them. This pool is not the... It's not foolproof, so I'll have to work on this again. It is not foolproof at all. Why is my hitbox not updating at the right place? It's not updating at the right place. What? Is there like a 1 frame delay or something? Oh my goodness. Instance activate object. Instance activate object. Alright. Nah, not sure what I'm looking for. It's fine. It's fine. I think I know what to do. I will just clear all of the hitboxes at begin step. That should work. There we go. Now I just need to update the size as well. One more thing I have to do is to make attack update attack animation by directly reading data from sequence track. Yeah, I should do that instead. That would be more efficient, right? Yeah, but I'll do that in future. Okay. What exactly is the X origin? No idea. Probably where it's created then. I need to get rid of it after a while. How do I do that? Well, let's see. I think I can stop here, but what I need to work on is to find out when the hitbox actually appears in the timeline and update it accordingly, because it's that my hitbox is appearing too early and it's not disappearing after the specific window has been over. So I should work on fixing that. Next, I need to fix the facing as well. Right. So once that is done, right, and I want to re-implement this whole thing. Like at the moment, I'm copying data from the sequence. I'm having the sequence update like another object, right, separate object, which I then copy the data from and update my player. But at some point, right, I would want to get rid of this and just directly read the data from the sequence track itself. Yeah, I would do that. So I think it's a good point for me to stop. And I will resume again very soon. Right, thank you.